Leaving this year in the past means we are about to enter an election year. Chief White House correspondent James Rosen has a look back at the year in Washington and what could happen in 2024.
Number 10, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. left the Democratic primary, where he had polled surprisingly well, and declared his candidacy for president as an independent, while the Democratic National Committee revised its primary calendar to place South Carolina ahead of New Hampshire. Number 9, on the GOP side, primary debates were held without the frontrunner, former President Trump, leading the remaining candidates to attack each other.
Like Nikki Haley, she caves anytime the left comes after her.
Just to respond to Ron, he continues to lie about my record.
Several candidates, including once powerful figures, dropped out well before the first balloting. Number 8. The Supreme Court in November adopted a new package of ethics rules following months of investigative reporting alleging that Justice Clarence Thomas and others on the High Court failed to disclose gifts and loans. The justice said he complied with relevant rules. Number 7, Senator Dianne Feinstein, a pioneering woman of extraordinary impact on her home state of California and the nation at large, died in October after a lengthy illness at 90. Number 6.
And a string of
In July, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, freshly released from the hospital after a bad fall that month, froze up on camera, prompting questions about the continued viability in office of the 81-year-old Kentuckian, but he kept his leadership post. Number 5.
Calm down, calm down. You guys got to let him through. You guys got to let him in the elevator.
New York Republican Congressman George Santos became the 6th House member to be expelled, following an indictment and a damning ethics report for the first-term lawmaker who admitted openly,
and I got away with it then,
to having fabricated most of his life story to voters. Number 4. President Biden strode the world stage, strengthening America's alliances, meeting with our major adversary, and navigating the crises in Ukraine and Gaza, while also stumbling literally here at home. But the biggest political story involving the chief executive was January's appointment of a special counsel, former federal prosecutor Robert Hur, to investigate classified materials found at the Biden home in Delaware and at a Washington think tank that bears his name.
And by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out in the street.
The case is still ongoing. Number 3.
That I've made mistakes in my life.
A special counsel secured 9 felony indictments against Hunter Biden, the president's son, in 2 separate cases in Delaware and California alleging tax evasion and a firearms offense. The younger Mr. Biden entered not guilty pleas, while his father, who told MSNBC in May, "My son's done nothing wrong," reaffirmed through spokespeople his love and support. Number 2. Republican Congressman Kevin McCarthy of California struggled through 15 floor votes to become House Speaker in January.
Chaos is Speaker McCarthy.
But after McCarthy negotiated with the White House and congressional Democrats to avert a government shutdown, a faction of hard-right lawmakers moved successfully in October to oust him, and he announced his retirement from Congress before year's end. After 3 weeks of party infighting, backbencher Mike Johnson of Louisiana emerged, seemingly from nowhere, to claim the gavel. And the number 1 political story of 2023?
The only crime that I have committed is to fearlessly defend our nation from those who seek to destroy it.
Former President Trump was indicted in 4 criminal cases, 2 federal, 2 state, on a total of 91 felony counts. The charges ranged from the alleged falsification of New York business records to conceal a hush money payment to a porn star, to an alleged conspiracy to overturn Joe Biden's victory in the 2020 campaign, to alleged violations of the laws governing the handling of classified records. There were other lawsuits, felony charges, plea deals, and legal proceedings surrounding the president, including in late December, a ruling by the Colorado Supreme Court striking the former president from the ballot in that state on the grounds that he participated in an insurrection during the January 6 assault on the Capitol. In all these matters, the former president denied all allegations of wrongdoing, with the prospect that he may spend more time in court next year than on the campaign trail. If there's any recurring theme to the major political stories of 2023, it is that we live in volatile times, with the only certainty being that 2024 will provide more of the same, and perhaps on a grander scale. At the White House, James Rosen.